Hello and welcome to Crowforest Reviews. So today we're finally going to talk about Toy Story 3, because it's long overdue. So, yeah. So the movie opens with a train robbery already in progress, being perpetrated by Mr. Potato Head and his wife, Mrs. Potato Head. But Sheriff Woody and Deputy Jessie are trying to stop them, with a little help from Buzz Lightyear. This, of course, is soon revealed to all just be an elaborate game that Andy is playing with the toys, because that's just how this universe works. But unfortunately, that opening scene was a flashback to Kid Andy, and now flash forward to Teen Andy, who is about to go off to college and doesn't have time for his toys anymore. Well, that's just kind of depressing. So anyway, we get this foreshadowing thing when Mrs. Potato Head says that she lost her other eye, but apparently she can still see out of it, since she says that it's somewhere dark.
I better find my other eye.
Where'd you leave it this time?
Someplace dark.
Well, I'm sure that won't be important later. So Andy packs up all of his toys except for Woody in a black trash bag, but before he's able to take them up to the attic, his little sister needs something, and so he goes to help her. But while he's away helping her, his mother walks through the hall and mistakes the bag for trash, and so takes it down to the curb, just as the garbage truck is coming down the street. Well, that's horrifying! So anyway, they manage to tear their way out of the trash bag, and they all climb into the donation box instead. But Woody objects, telling them that they were supposed to go up into the attic and that it was just a mistake that they ended up at the curb. But they don't really care, because getting donated to a daycare center sounds better than being in the attic. Hey, that's a title drop to my movie. Wow! Yay! That's... Watch my movie! Watch my movie! So they all go to the daycare center, and everyone loves it there, except for Woody, who thinks that they're all betraying Andy by not waiting up for him in the attic like good little toys. This universe is so messed up! Meanwhile, back with the others, apparently the daycare center is not nearly as nice as they have been led to believe that it is, and they have been sent to the toddler room, instead of the much nicer older kid room. So later that night, after the toddlers have all gone home, Buzz sneaks out of the room, and he sees some toys climbing up into a vending machine. He follows them, and finds a bunch of toys playing poker with Monopoly money. So cut back to Woody.
I gotta get home.
Where's home?
Elm Street.
Woody lives on Elm Street? That explains so much. Back with Buzz, who's apparently been kidnapped, we learn that the other toys deliberately put our heroes in the toddler room, and that apparently this daycare center has a long, proud tradition of throwing the new toys to the wolves. Also, Mrs. Potato Head manages to look through her missing eye, the one that's still back at the house, and she sees that Andy is in fact looking for them. Meanwhile, Buzz has been reset to factory settings, and he's now working with the evil pink teddy bear, and he locks up his friends for the night. Back with Woody, his new friends tell him about the problems at the daycare center, and a creepy clown toy tells him about the evil pink teddy bear's tragic backstory. Apparently, one day with the little girl who owned him at the time, she was playing with him at a rest stop, but then fell asleep, and her parents took her away but forgot the toys. What? That's just shitty parenting. Okay, so evil pink teddy bear's motivation kind of makes sense here, but his anger is kind of misplaced. It wasn't the little girl's fault. So Woody goes over to the daycare center to help his friends, And we get a nice little heist planning montage.
First thing, you gotta get through the doors. Lock everything inside and out. Keys are left on a hook and locked. Last trucks patrolling all night long. Hallway, up, playground, 8 feet high, cinder block. No way through it. You go over, under.
Also, this creepy phone toy tells Woody about all of the horrible, horrible ways that he can die. Thanks, phone! So helpful! So Mr. Potato Head acts as a decoy while Woody and Slinky sneak up into the surveillance room to take out the surveillance monkey. Because apparently they have a surveillance monkey.
The monkey's the eye in the sky. He sees everything. You wanna get out of here? Get rid of that monkey!
And then they take out evil brainwashed Buzz with a Tupperware container. Also, Mr. Potato Head is a tortilla now? I may have missed something. Also, Barbie tortures Ken for information.
Oh, Barbie! Those were vintage! It's okay.
So there's that. Then a bird tries to eat Mr. Tortilla Head, and he falls apart. What is this movie? Anyway, getting back on track, they finally manage to reset Buzz, and now he's in Spanish mode.
Bitácora espacial. Me he despertado del hipersueño en un planeta extraño.
Okay, clearly I spoke too soon. This movie is not back on track at all. So they all manage to escape through the trash chute, but through a complicated back-and-forth power play, they all end up in the dumpster. Yeah, that was probably not the best escape plan. Also, Barbie gives a speech about democracy.
Authority should derive from the consent of the governed, not from the threat of force.
And Pink Bear is compared to a pyramid scheme.
He's made us into a pyramid, and he put himself on top!
So they all end up in the garbage truck. Well, this is going to end well. So the toys are all taken to the dump, where they narrowly avoid getting shredded in the industrial shredder, and then they end up on a conveyor belt into the incinerator. Oh, this day just keeps getting better and better. Just when it looks like all hope is lost, the LGMs manage to save them by scooping them up with the all-powerful claw that their cult worships. So the toys manage to get out of the landfill, and they rush home and get into their respective boxes. But then, at the last minute, Woody writes a note and sticks it to the outside of the attic box, and then he climbs in with his friends. And so the movie ends with Andy donating his toys to the girl from before, the one who picked up Woody outside of the daycare facility. So I guess that's a happy ending. So that was Toy Story 3. How was it? Well, it definitely had a lot of very horrifying implications throughout, but overall I guess it was pretty good. There, so now I'm done with my reviews for the entire Toy Story trilogy. Wait, what's that? There's a fourth one now? Well, I guess that's what happens when you take so damn long getting to these things. I suppose we'll get around to that one in another decade or so. So yeah, this was one that I started way back in my first season. Actually, no, it was season 0. It was my third ever episode, was on Toy Story, and then the very next episode was Toy Story of Terror, which takes place after the third one, but we are only just now getting to the third one today. And then the second one was in there at some point. I don't know. I just re-edited it so you can find it easily. It's... yeah, it's fine. It's cool. I'll even do a Toy Story playlist for you guys, so... So let's just get into it. And also, Buzz has been reset to factory settings. Could have sworn that happened in the second one, but no, I guess that was duplicate Buzz, and reset to factory Buzz is the third one. Why is there always a weird Buzz subplot? It's unsettling. Back with Woody, he hears from his new toy friends about the problems at the daycare center, and an evil clown thing tells him about the evil pink teddy bear.